my take on it is really simple or simplistic. I understand that I'm a part of cinema, and that is a very collaborative medium. It is teamwork, It's so if it's a success, you can't own it. It's not entirely your own. There's a lot of other people who contributed to that success. So all the credit is not yours to take. The same thing with failure. If something fails, it's not your own doing. You contributed, somebody else contributed. That combination, that combining of forces didn't work. So I don't get too carried away by success. At the same time, I don't get too bogged down by failure. I know it's as long as I can sleep peacefully at night knowing that I gave it my best shot, that's more than enough for me. So I follow this kind of middle path. The success will excite me for 2 days, 4 days, 2 weeks, and then I'm on to the next thing. The same thing with failure. It'll trouble me, it'll pain, it'll hurt for 2 days, 4 days, couple of weeks sometimes maybe, but then I'll move on. Also, the kind of person that I am, I've cultivated myself into this kind of person. I actually picked it up from a motivational speaker in an audiobook, and it stuck with me.
What did it say?
I broke my shoulder during Bajirao, and it really got me down. And I had to really dig deep to motivate myself. I hadn't done a single sword fighting scene, and I had less than 5% range in my right shoulder. So I was up shit creek, and I train myself. I do my physio on a daily basis, listening to those audiobooks. And he said one thing that stuck with me, and I made it one of my life's driving philosophies, is that the process is the prize. So I've cultivated myself into the kind of person who doesn't focus on the result or the prize. The prize is the process. The fact that I get up in the morning and I can go to a film set and I'm the leading actor there, I get a glorious platform, to showcase myself as a performer. I have a chance to perform. That itself is the gift. That itself is the prize. So I strongly believe that the process is the prize. So whether it's a success or a failure, it doesn't matter as much to me as the fact that I have work. I get to go to a film set. I get to collaborate with some, fine creative people, creative minds, and actually create something. So just that is everything for me.
But in our industry, there is so much focus on both success and failure that failure can be so evident and so obvious for everyone to see.
Right.
Ours is one of the
now, especially, yeah.
Ours is one of the few
I get a
industries.
WhatsApp every morning.
Yeah, so
with figures.
Box office. We both get it from Aman Gill. And I'm like, my thing is that ours is the industry where on that Friday, your film is ripped apart or praised by 1 million people across the board, and everyone reads it, sees it. It's an open forum. So our failure is very public.
Yeah.
Like there are companies, there are startups, there are people who do jobs as professionals. They may a lawyer could fail with a case, a startup could completely collapse, a big industrial could launch a new product that may not meet, but everyone is not reading about this. They're reading about the box office figures and the critics' reviews of our films. So our failure is national information and it's very daunting. And that's why you wake up and there's always that dhak-dhak that happens. And I always say that the only thing is to be self-aware. Yeah. Like I feel I have been given this grand feeling of no delusion in my head. When I know a film and I see it, I know that this one is okay, this one deserves this one is good, this one may connect. Like you cannot love every product of yours. True. When you produce multiple films and direct so many, you have to develop an instinct about what's good and bad in your own space. So I always say when a film is bad, know it's bad. Do your best with it. Market is cheating, right? So cheat your way through it. Put it out there, try and cheat an audience that that this is good, because you need to recover your money. It's a balance of commerce and art. But know your failures before. Like you can't be deluded about oh, this is a great film. It may not be. Listen to other people.
Right.
Like don't have yes men, have no men. And my simple theory about success and failure is that meet success with relief and failure with contemplation.
Nice.
It's simple, like relief. Successful, relief, like you said, stay with it, move on. Relief, failure you must contemplate. Why did it go wrong? Who went wrong? Did we all as a community went wrong making the film, I mean, you must reflect on failure. You cannot blame anyone else. Everyone will say, oh, this happened, IPL was there, this festival was there, that was happening, it didn't work, there was opposition, there was sabotage. None of that shit works. Your film is not good. It did not work.
Watch the full episode on Film Companion. Grey Goose presents TapeCast Season 2.